A tournament full of surprises finally came to an end in Paris. The unusually hot and humid conditions at the start of the tournament pushed the players to their limits, and even the heavy favorite, Sinner, seemed to struggle with them more than expected. Zverev was able to seize his opportunity, though the tension was clearly visible on him as well during the final. But that's only to be expected. We are all human beings with emotions. The likable women's finalist was defeated by Andreeva, meaning that this year in Paris we saw first-time Grand Slam champions in both the women's and men's singles. A player who set a record in Paris that probably no one will break anytime soon is featured in an interesting series on Netflix. I'm talking, of course, about Rafael Nadal. For me, some new informations came to light, which also gave me pause for thought. I wasn't aware that he had developed problems with his foot in the form of Müller-Weiss syndrome as early as after his first Grand Slam title in Paris, that is, at a very young age. I always thought this problem was genetic, but the intense stress he experienced during puberty probably played a role as well. But that also means that all the successes that followed were always linked to overcoming pain. All of this really highlights Nadal's unique character, and this series offers a good glimpse into exactly what makes him who he is. On the one hand, it shows a very insecure person who, despite all his successes, constantly feels the need to prove himself. His longtime coach and mentor, Tony Nadal, certainly played a huge role in shaping Nadal's personality. Nadal's upbringing was marked by discipline, honest hard work, and the belief that whenever there's a problem, hard work is the only solution. I also got the impression that in his early years, Nadal's successes were driven by his desire to please his coach, Tony. This was accompanied by the feeling that he wasn't really able to fully enjoy his major achievements and was therefore always under pressure. This also explains the mental health issues and anxiety Nadal experienced midway through his career. From this perspective, parting ways with Tony and switching to Moya was certainly a very good decision on the part of Nadal's inner circle. This change shifted some of Nadal's perspectives, and he clearly felt a sense of liberation. This newfound freedom, combined with the insights Moya provided and the resulting positive developments, led to 2 or 3 highly successful years for Nadal. Of course, this success came at a price. His physical problems haven't gone away, and Nadal is probably the player who has learned the most about playing through constant pain. It goes without saying that overcoming these problems required more than just mental strength. He had to resort to increasingly stronger measures to manage the pain and likely pushed his body beyond its healthy limits on more than one occasion. His last Grand Slam victory in Paris will surely remain unforgettable, a victory that came at such a cost that the nerves in his injured foot were numbed to the point where his foot went numb during matches. As admirable as this achievement may be given those limitations, it is equally alarming when viewed from another perspective, highlighting just how far Nadal was willing to go to achieve success. But to achieve something extraordinary, you have to be willing to push past boundaries where others have long since stopped. Whether this is healthy is open to question, but that's the only way to break records. The fact that Nadal, at the end of this series, asked himself how long it might take for someone to beat his record, namely winning a Grand Slam tournament 14 times, sounded a bit childishly naive to me. In any case, I can't imagine it happening again in our lifetime. Watching this series is certainly educational for young players, parents, and coaches. It highlights what it takes to achieve extraordinary things, and it clearly shows the price one must be willing to pay. From this perspective, it's understandable that not everyone is willing to do so, and that those around them don't want certain boundaries to be crossed. As for Nadal, I certainly hope he can truly enjoy his retirement and that his physical issues won't cause him too many problems as he gets older. There's no doubt in my mind that this monumental achievement in his career will take its toll on him. His support system, his family and his wife made a very positive impression on me, and from what I've seen, Nadal hasn't disappointed me as a person either. For us, it's business as usual. Small and big successes, small and big failures. Compared to Nadal, we are stuck in our usual average routine, but compared to the general public, we are still performing at the top of our game. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon again.